So before the tailed beasts existed as 9 separate entities, they were all one being, that being the Ten Tails. The Ten Tails was eventually sealed inside of the body of the Sage of Six Paths Hagoromo Otsutsuki, but there existed a very real threat of the Ten Tails escaping Hagoromo's body when he eventually died. Obviously, the Ten Tails was a pretty big threat to everybody in the world, so the Sage of Six Paths decided that he needed to do something about this. Before long, one of Hagoromo's sons, Ashura, gave him the idea of splitting the Ten Tails into 9 separate, weaker entities, and giving each of these entities personalities to keep them from running amok the same way the Ten Tails did. The result of this process was, as many of you can guess for yourself, the creation of the 9-tailed beasts. Each of them has a different amount of tails, numbering 1 through 9, and as a result, many of the characters in the Naruto universe refer to each of the tailed beasts by however many tails they have. For example, this guy is referred to as the 3 Tails by many characters because he has, well, 3 tails. But despite what many people think, these creatures do in fact have proper names. Since each of the tailed beasts were born with a distinct personality and appearance, Hagoromo thought it would only be fair to give each of them a name to make them feel less like beasts and more like living beings. Shukaku is the 1 tail and is a psychotic brown tanuki completely made of sand, covered in blue markings from head to toe. Shukaku is proficient with wind release and earth release, and by extension magnet release, which gives it the ability to control sand in a similar fashion to many of the sand villages Kazekage. Maratabi is the 2 tails and is a cat made up entirely of blue flames, covered in black markings similar to the markings seen on Shukaku's body. As you'd expect from a cat made up entirely of fire, Maratabi is proficient with fire release and can use fire release to make a jutsu that's a blend between a cat's hairball and a fireball. It's pretty stupid, but whatever, what can you do? Isobu is the 3 tails and is a big shy turtle with a spiky gray shell capable of using water release. Additionally, Isobu is capable of creating large coral reefs and rolling up into a ball like Sonic the Hedgehog. Son Goku is the 4 tails and is a giant loudmouth red monkey capable of using fire release, earth release, and lava release. Son Goku is also very proficient at using taijutsu, which he frequently blends with his ability to use lava release. Kokuo is the 5 tails and is a quiet, reserved horse with the head of a dolphin capable of using water release, fire release, and by extension boil release. With boil release, Kokuo is capable of increasing the temperature of its chakra until it begins to produce steam, which when emitted from the body creates enough pressure to dramatically increase the force imbued in its physical attacks. Saiken is the 6 tails and is a giant slime-covered slug proficient at using water release. Many of its water release techniques involve secreting corrosive acid capable of disintegrating pretty much anything it comes into contact with, and in numerous anime-only scenes, Saiken is capable of using bubble ninjutsu. Chome is the 7 tails, a happy-go-lucky armored rhinoceros beetle and the only tailed beast with the ability to fly. Chome has shown no prowess with any elemental ninjutsu, but it has many extraneous bug-themed abilities that make it just as deadly as all of the other tailed beasts. Gyuki is the 8 tails, an ox-octopus hybrid with a calm, wise personality and the second most powerful of the 9-tailed beasts. While Gyuki has shown no elemental ninjutsu prowess, this is offset by the fact that, like I said, it is the second most powerful of the 9-tailed beasts, and it also has the unique ability to secrete ink from its body for various purposes. Finally, we come to the big one, the one everybody's been waiting for, Kurama the 9-tailed fox. Kurama is by and large the most arrogant, least friendly, and most powerful of all of the tailed beasts. While Kurama has shown no unique abilities, this is offset by the fact that he is without a doubt the most powerful of all 9-tailed beasts. He and Gyuki defeated 6 other tailed beasts at the same time in what was essentially a landslide victory, and Kurama put in most of the work in that fight, so yeah, just take my word for it, Kurama's really powerful. Now, while each of the tailed beasts do have plenty of traits unique to them individually, they all share a number of overarching traits that tailed beasts are generally known for. As tailed beasts are the embodiments of pure chakra, they all have enormous chakra reserves, significantly larger than most shinobi could even fathom. Additionally, being composed entirely of chakra makes the tailed beasts effectively immortal, as whenever they die, the chakra that makes them up simply disperses throughout nature, only to eventually reform itself into that tailed beast in the future. Furthermore, tailed beasts can communicate telepathically, both with the people that they're sealed inside of and with other tailed beasts, and they can fire massive condensed pure chakra spheres called tailed beast balls. These tailed beast balls are essentially Dragon Ball Z attacks, as whenever they hit anything, they create an enormous explosion. Anyhow, I think that wraps up pretty much everything about the Bijuu, so I think this is where where I'm gonna end things off. You guys know the drill. If you have anything else you want me to talk about in the future, leave it in the comments below. And if you're new here, subscribe and maybe think about leaving a like. Hopefully I'll see you all in the next video. And I'd like to thank everybody for watching all the way to the end. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you later. Swaikage out. Bye.